Your nervous system is sabotaging every protocol you try, and no one's telling you this. Doctors focus on your gut, naturopaths focus on your hormones, functional medicine doctors focus on your labs, but they're all starting at step 3. And step 3 only works when steps 1 and 2 are in place. I'm going to show you what those steps are and why skipping them guarantees that whatever you're trying fails. This is not mindset work. This is measurable biology. Hi, I'm Victoria. I hold a master's degree in applied psychophysiology, the science of how your nervous system, brain, and body interact. I'm also certified in clinical hypnosis. I'm a Reiki master, and I'm currently completing certifications in functional diagnostic nutrition and neurofeedback. But here's what matters more than my credentials. I spent 7 years studying why chronic illness protocols fail, not just in my own healing journey, but in the science, the research, the neurobiology, the psychophysiology. And what I discovered will probably contradict everything you've been told. Because what if I told you that your body isn't broken? Your supplements aren't wrong. Your protocols aren't the problem. The problem is where you started. Most people with chronic illness start with what I call step 3. They start with supplements, labs, detox protocols, elimination diets, physical treatments. And listen, these things work, but only when your body is ready to receive them. And here's the truth nobody's telling you. Your body heals in a specific sequence. And when you skip the first 2 steps, step 3 fails every time. Not because the protocol is wrong, but because your system isn't physiologically prepared. Think of it like this. If I told you to lift 200 pounds, but you've never been to the gym, you'd fail. Not because you're weak, but because you're untrained. And that's what's happening with your healing protocols. Your body needs preparation, foundation, safety. And most people skip straight to the weight room. Here's what the research shows. When your nervous system is in survival mode, HRV drops below 50. Cortisol stays elevated. Vagal tone collapses. In that state, detox pathways shut down, such as your liver, kidneys, lymph. Gut absorption drops by 40 to 60%. Mitochondria shift to defense mode. Inflammation markers spike. Sleep quality plummets. You can take all the right supplements, but if your nervous system says threat, your body won't absorb them. Again, this is not mindset work. This is measurable physiology. Problem number 1, your nervous system is trapped in survival mode, and you probably don't even realize it. Here's how to tell. Physical signs are that you're tired but wired. You can't fall asleep or stay asleep. You startle easily, react to sounds, lights, smells. You crash after any exertion. What's really happening? Your autonomic nervous system, the part you don't consciously control, has 2 modes. 1, parasympathetic, which is your rest, repair, digest, and heal. And 2, sympathetic, your fight, flight, freeze, and protect. When you're chronically ill, you get stuck in sympathetic every single day. Your body thinks it's being chased by a bear, and when your body thinks it's running from danger, it shuts down non-essential systems like healing, like digestion, like detoxification, like sleep. This is why your protocols stop working, not because they're wrong, but because your nervous system overrides them. You're trying to heal while your body is screaming, survive first. And that's step 1, nervous system regulation. Most people skip it and then wonder why nothing works. But here's where it gets even more important. Even if you regulate your nervous system, if you don't fix problem number 2, your symptoms will create themselves over and over because your body will literally pull you back to illness, not because you want to be sick, but because of something happening at the subconscious level. Let me explain. Problem number 2, your subconscious identity is still sick. And this might be the most important thing I tell you today. Your biology follows your identity, not your conscious identity of I want to be healthy, but your subconscious identity, what you believe at the deepest level. If your subconscious believes that I am fragile, I react to everything, my body is broken, I'll never fully heal, your body receives those as instructions. This isn't woo-woo, this is psychophysiology. Your beliefs create measurable electromagnetic signatures, and your cells respond to those signatures. Your biology obeys your identity. And here's the brutal truth. You can regulate your nervous system. You can take the perfect supplements. You can follow flawless protocols. But if your identity is, I am sick, your subconscious will sabotage your healing. Not consciously, because you don't want this, but your subconscious prioritizes familiarity over progress. It would rather keep you in the identity you know, even if it's illness, than risk the unknown of being well. Your identity is the thermostat of your health. If it's set to sick, your body will return you there, no matter how hard you try. That's why people heal temporarily and then crash. The protocols worked, but the identity pulled them back. And that's step 2, identity reprogramming. Most people never address it, and that's why healing doesn't last. So you have step 1, regulate your nervous system. Step 2, reprogram your subconscious identity. And only then, step 3, your body can finally respond to physical interventions. This is what I call the healing hierarchy, and it's the missing piece that explains why nothing has worked. Problem number 3, most people start with step number 3. They start with gut protocols, they start with detox, they start with mitochondrial support, they start with hormone balancing. And these things are necessary, but only after steps 1 and 2. And here's why. When your nervous system is dysregulated, your gut can't absorb nutrients. Your detox pathways stay closed. Your mitochondria stay in defense mode. Your hormones follow your stress state. You're pouring water in a bucket with holes. The protocols aren't wrong. The timing is wrong. Imagine building a house. You can have the most beautiful furniture, the most expensive appliances, the perfect interior design. But if you don't have a foundation, the house collapses. And that's what happens when you skip nervous system regulation and identity reprogramming. You're decorating a house with no foundation, and then wondering why it keeps falling apart. Step 3, physical rebuilding. It's essential, but it only works when steps 1 and 2 are in place. And that's the sequence. That's the hierarchy. That's why you're not healing. So, if this is making sense, if you're realizing you've been starting at step 3, if you're wondering, how do I regulate my nervous system? How do I reprogram my identity? That's exactly why I have provided my free masterclass. It's called the healing hierarchy, why your body won't heal and the exact sequence that changes everything. I'm going to walk you through the framework. And not just the why, but also the how. And in the 60 minutes masterclass, here's what you'll discover. Part 1 is to regulate. The 60-second vagal nerve activation that shifts you from sympathetic to parasympathetic. Why your HRV score predicts healing capacity and how to raise it. The trauma loops that are keeping your nervous system in alarm mode and how to release them. Breathwork sequences that measurably calms your autonomic nervous system. Next is part 2, reprogram. How your subconscious identity creates physical symptoms with clinical evidence. The technique that clears trauma without re-traumatizing you. Clinical hypnosis protocols for belief reprogramming. Why affirmations don't work and what does. And lastly, part 3, rebuild. Why gut protocols when nervous system is dysregulated doesn't work. the exact sequence of gut to mitochondria to detox to hormones to strength, when to run labs and when it's too early, and how to know your system is ready for step 3. Plus, I'll show you the complete healing hierarchy framework, the exact step-by-step system that integrates nervous system regulation, subconscious reprogramming, and the physical rebuilding. I'm running this masterclass live only a handful more times before it becomes a paid course. But right now, it's free, and the link is below. And one more thing, if you struggle with sleep, and most people with chronic illness do, I create a guided sleep meditation infused with clinical hypnosis, subconscious reprogramming, vagal nerve activation, Reiki energy healing, and it's all designed to help you and your nervous system to drop from survival mode into repair mode. Use it tonight, it's free. Here's what I want you to understand. You're not broken. Your body isn't defective. Your protocols aren't useless. You just started at step 3. And when you understand the sequence your body actually needs, when you regulate first, reprogram second, and rebuild third, healing stops being a mystery. It becomes a system, and systems work. So register for the masterclass, download the meditation. Your body has been waiting for you to understand one thing. It's not about trying harder, it's about following the right order. So I'll see you in the masterclass.